There are places in this world where the cold sinks into your bones, and stays there. Where the ocean doesn't just hide things, it swallows them. In the shadowy depths of the Baltic Sea, where the waters are cold and secrets run deep, an ancient terror stirs. A creature of legend, whispered about in hushed tones by fishermen and feared by sailors for centuries. And in the waters off Finland's coast, something ancient waits. A bearded horror. A plague bringer. A god. This is Iku-Turso. And now, we drag the beast from the black depths and into the light. Welcome to Vassal of Lore, where we bring the world's mythical creatures and dark legends to life. Make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, like, and share this video too. Iku-Turso, also known as Tursus or Tiresias, is a malevolent sea monster rooted in Finnish mythology. He is the ocean's worst kept secret. The name Iku translates to eternal, emphasizing its timeless nature. But that doesn't quite do him justice. Some call him a giant squid. Others, a bearded war god with smoke-black skin. And a few old runes just call him it. Picture a monster older than memory. Covered in bristles. Crawling with barnacles. Eyes like frozen glass. He is often depicted as a gigantic, bearded creature with multiple horns. Iku-Turso embodies the chaotic and destructive forces of the sea. According to the epic poem Kalevala, Iku-Turso lives deep beneath the sea, where light dies and monsters thrive. But don't think of him as some dumb beast. He isn't just a sea creature. Iku-Turso usually emerges from the ocean's depths, summoned by dark forces to wreak havoc upon the world. He's a force. A destroyer. A god of chaos, plague, and possibly war. Our best source for Iku-Turso comes from the Kalevala, Finland's myth-soaked epic, stitched together from ancient runes and oral traditions. In one of its strangest chapters, the sorceress Louhi, Queen of the North, needs a monster. So she calls to the deep. And Iku-Turso answers. He emerges from the sea like a kraken with a grudge. Giant. Furious. Covered in sea wrack and hatred. His task? Stop the heroes from stealing the magical artifact known as the Sampo. What happens next is murky. Because in the Kalevala, details often swim like eels. Some say Iku-Turso attacks the ship directly. Others claim the hero Vainamoinen summons a wind spell so strong, it hurls the monster back into the sea. Either way, he disappears. Not killed. Just vanished. But Iku-Turso didn't just play henchman to Louhi. In some versions of the myth, he's something much, much worse. A father. Of what, you ask? Of disease. Finnish folklore tells us that the goddess of suffering, Leviatar, was made pregnant by a dark and monstrous figure. And she gave birth to the 9 diseases. Illnesses with names like plague, madness, and death. Who was the father? Iku-Turso. Which means he isn't just a sea monster. He's the ancestor of every cough in the dark. Every sudden fever. Every unexplained death. The 16th century Bishop Mikael Agricola, the so-called father of written Finnish, compiled a list of old gods. On it, he names Tiresias as the Finnish god of war. Some scholars say, this was Iku-Turso. This duality makes sense and showcases the creature's complex nature, both a monstrous sea entity and a divine figure associated with battle and victory. He's violent. He's immortal. And let's be honest, he shows up when things go catastrophically wrong. But here's the twist, Tiresias may also have influenced the Norse god Tyr, and the Germanic root of the word Thursday. So this monster might have had continental influence. Which means he didn't just terrorize Finland. He spread. You'd think a myth this old would vanish beneath the waves. But no. Iku-Turso's legacy persists in modern times. The Finnish word for octopus? Meritursis, literally, sea turso. A Finnish submarine used during World War II was named after the creature. Today, he's everywhere from Finnish black metal lyrics to fantasy novels to video games. And among fishermen? You'll still hear murmurs. Of strange shapes beneath the hull. Of nets pulled up shredded and slick. Of dead eyes watching from the deep. Though banished, legends say Iku-Turso still watches from the ocean's depths, waiting for the day it might rise again. Its story serves as a reminder of the mysteries that lie beneath in the ancient forces that once walked the world. There's no garlic to ward him off. No silver bullets. But the elders know the signs. A sudden, unnatural calm on the sea. Strange currents that circle but don't flow. Fish refusing to bite. And the worst one, dreams. Dreams of drowning. Of kelp around your throat. Of a voice in the dark whispering a name you can't quite pronounce. Iku-Turso. Say it too many times, and they say he hears you. So maybe don't. Iku-Turso is more than a monster. He's a warning. That the sea is older than we are. That some things can't be mapped. And that even in the age of GPS and Google Earth, you can still disappear without a trace. So next time you feel something brush your foot in deep water, pray it's seaweed. And not something ancient, bearded, and hungry. In the world of folklore, some legends never die, they merely sleep, waiting. Hit subscribe, smash that cursed bell, like, share, and leave a comment if you've heard of the Iku-Turso. What other folklore legends should we unearth next? This is Vassal of Lore, where legends live, shadows speak, and mythical creatures are revealed. Thank you for watching.